What's up, Broncos fans? Welcome into the Broncos Breakdown. I'm your host, Matthew Peterson. We got a good show for you guys today. Coming up on today's show, we got some stocks to talk about. We're not talking about Doge or crypto, no. We got some stock up and some stock downs to go over for the Broncos roster. Is Teddy Bridgewater, is his name saying it all? Is he taking on too much water? Is it Drew Lock time in Denver midway through the season? And who's the new face of the defense? All of that coming up on today's show. But before we dive into it, what's the best pizza spot in Denver? Shout out your favorite spot to get some good za, whether you're in Aurora, Broomfield, not even in Denver. Maybe you're somewhere else in Colorado or somewhere else in the U.S. Hell, maybe even somewhere outside the United States. Shout out your favorite pizza spot. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments section. So first stock up to get to, Drew Lock. You don't see many people get a better stock approval when they haven't even played a snap of football since second half of a game a couple of weeks ago. He took over from Teddy Bridgewater in that Ravens game back in week 4. But he's gone full Alex Moran mode. So this is a shout out to all the Blue Mountain State watchers out there. One of the best shows ever. But as a backup quarterback, your job is pretty simple. You don't do much. That's the job. But he has gotten a lot of calls to maybe see some more playing time. I don't know if Lock wants to be on the field when you're holding the clipboard. It's a pretty good gig if you ask me, but I'm sure Lock would actually like to be on the field. So I got some stats here. On the left, you have Teddy Bridgewater 2021, and on the right, you have Drew Lock in 2020. And I think for everyone calling for Lock, this is a tough pill to swallow. When you're reminded of what Lock did last year in 13 starts, they were bad days. They were bad numbers, frankly. 16 touchdowns to 15 interceptions. Bridgewater hasn't been great. He's been smart with the football, probably too smart. Maybe that's kind of his demise, is doesn't push the ball down the field, wants the check down, is content with the punt, and doesn't want to really push the envelope. But all this quarterback talk does have me wondering, pick a starter. And it's not the same question we've asked before, because now we got a third name on the list. I saw enough BRs in the last Broncos Breakdown where I asked you to pick between Bridgewater and Lock. We got him on today's show. So shout out to Brett Rippon. You're one of the 3 quarterbacks Broncos fans can pick from. I'm going to make this the pinned comment. So if you get hit with a YouTube ad break or any other reason, scroll on down, reply to it, and we'll have a nice lively debate of who the Broncos quarterback should be. You know, YouTube comments are always nice and no one gets mean or hostile or anything like that. So let me know who you want to be under center in Week 12 as the Broncos, they got the bye this week. Next stock up, Justin Simmons. To me, this is absolutely the next player to watch for on the Broncos defense. No offense to Bradley Chubb. I think Chubb, when he's on the field, and that's the big thing, is when he's on the field, he is such a dynamic pass rusher. But Simmons this year has been my favorite player to watch on defense. Up to 4 interceptions. Had a great interception against the Eagles in what felt like a momentum-changing play, because you give the Broncos the ball on the plus side of the field, you score a touchdown there, and things feel very different. But his 4 interceptions just don't seem to be enough, unfortunately, to help out his side. But one thing that is for sure about Justin Simmons, the guy hustles the most. It sounds like a little peewee football coach talk, but he truly does. When you watch this Broncos defense, and they've been hit hard with injuries. All 4 linebackers who are, from starting Week 1 and Week 2, really your top 4 guys out for the season / traded. Across the defense, they have been banged up. Bradley Roby's missed time across the secondary as well, but he hustles the most. That's what I'm really getting at here. So shout out to Justin Simmons, who I think is the new face of this Broncos defense. Guys, the Broncos may be on a bye this week, but we're not taking any time off here at the Broncos Breakdown. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel for around-the-clock content. Throw in the latest news, rumors, free agency news, trades, everything you want. We're talking about it here at the Breakdown. So make sure you are subscribed right now. Help us grow this wonderful channel. My final stock up player, it's you guys. It's the Broncos fans. You want to know why? You guys have put up with far too much crap for what's supposed to be one of the most storied and best franchises in the NFL. The Broncos fans, they deserve so much better. I've got it written down. I don't want to miss this here. They're on the verge of the longest playoff drought since 1976. Pitiful. The Broncos need their next Mike Shanahan. The last couple coaches have been way too in the door, out the door. Fangio, I think, is on his way out. Vance Joseph was just, it went as well as that one broadcaster in Vance Joseph's debut, if you all remember that. He's having so much fun out there. I'm sorry, that was mean. Kubiak was, and the Fox days were just bizarre. For the success didn't match the longevity you'd expect out of them, and health issues played a factor in that. But still, Mike Shanahan, the last true great Broncos head coach who, like every single head coach really across sports, doesn't have a great departure, but still, at least he gave you a very long run of consistent success. Broncos fans deserve so much better than what they are getting right now. I want to throw this question to you guys. Who do you want the Broncos coach to be in 2022? I'll leave it open-ended. You want it to be Vic Fangio? Is there someone else like Brian Dable or Kellen Moore, one of those offensive-minded guys? Or maybe it is the Cowboys DC, Dan Quinn. You want to run it back with another defensive-minded guy? All opinions are heard. Head on down to the comment section. Let me know. Broncos fans, check out BetUS as well. Our sportsbook partner has a great deal. They hook you up with the 125% deposit bonus for following two simple steps. Chatsports.com/bet. Use the promo code Broncos125. You don't just get that 125% deposit bonus when you do this, but you're also in line to get a free jersey. No raffle, no drawing, nothing like that. There's no hoops to jump through. It's plain and simple. You follow the 4 steps on the screen, take a picture, sign up, use those links, use that promo code, deposit 100, get the deposit bonus, and email us jersey@chatsports.com. And then all we need from you is your BetUS account number, a screenshot of your first bet. And do you want a Jerry Jeudy jersey in orange? You want it in blue? You want it in white? What size? What color? Maybe it's a Bradley Chubb jersey you're looking at. What I know, though, is the holiday season is right around. I'm usually pretty late on getting my Christmas or holiday shopping done. Don't be that guy. Get free money to gamble with and a jersey for either yourself, treat yourself, or a loved one this holiday season. Check us out. Take a screenshot. Take a picture of the slide right here to get that free jersey, plain and simple. There are winners in life and there are losers. And now we're on to the stock down. It's a smile. It's a frowny face. But we're starting things off with QB5, Teddy Two Gloves, Teddy Bridgewater. He has been his name, people have been calling for him, and I don't know if it's 120% deserved for the blame the Broncos are putting on him or fans are really putting on him. I think a big chunk of it is, though. The check downs on third downs are just getting mind-boggling and just frustrating, plain and simple. And also, just the repetitiveness you feel with this offense. It doesn't feel like anything's changing. And in the NFL, if you're not moving forward, you are moving backward. And that's why the pitchforks are out for Bridgewater. I don't think he is the sole reason this Broncos team is underachieving for the talent they have on their roster. But I do believe he's a major factor. When you're the quarterback, you take the good and you take the bad. Even if it's not all on you, that's the price of doing business in the NFL. That's the price of being the face of a franchise as a quarterback. So the pitchforks, I don't know if they should be as sharp as they are right now, but they definitely should be out on Bridgewater. Next one up, Vic Fangio. I feel like a broken record, but as great as that win in Dallas was, this is the NFL. This is not what you did for me last week. It is what are you doing for me now. That is also the price of doing business in the NFL. And Vic Fangio, if you cannot win in front of your fans, you're not going to get much support. And I've shown this stat before, but it is really, it hits hard. 9-12 all-time at home under Fangio through 2.5 seasons. But it's not just losing at home. It's getting embarrassed at home, like the Eagles lost last week at home, at Empire Field, at Mile High. But the Broncos, again, they're not just losing at home. They're getting their asses kicked. Tails kicked, butts kicked, whatever you want to call it, that's happening. They've lost by 3 or more scores 6 times at home. People are spending their money, taking time out of their day, out of their weekend, going to spending overpriced concessions on beers and hot dogs to watch this Broncos team lose by a lot. Not just a little, but by a lot. This is just unbelievable, and frankly, it is unacceptable. But we got a Rubik's Cube question here for you guys. It's a bit of a mind trick now. Would you rather make the playoffs and keep Vic Fangio, or miss the playoffs and fire Vic Fangio? Kind of a one step forward, one step back either way. Type K for keep or F for fire in the comments section below. And my final stock down, it's the special teams unit. This is something Broncos fans have taken more notice of lately because it's been more obvious. At the beginning of the season, special teams was something that was like an ugly cousin. Like, you just kind of looked away from it, but it wasn't so glaringly obvious of how bad it was. But there was one or two just, the Jags took a kickoff return back for a touchdown, and the Broncos not getting much returns of their own, or a punt return going pretty, deep for the Ravens. Just little things here and there, but now they are building up, okay? Look at the last 3 weeks only of special teams mishaps. Week 10, a blocked field goal. And this is not all on Brandon McManus, even though you look at 3 of these 4 and it would appear that way. But as a whole, this special teams unit is just not doing well. But a missed field goal. Then there was the blocked punt debacle where the Broncos got really bailed out in Dallas. That was just a weird loophole in the rules. And then a week 8 missed field goal as well. But these are becoming patterns now. It's not just a missed field goal here or there. People, that's the NFL. That's what happens with kickers. That's why everyone hates kickers. I like kickers, but some people don't. But we're seeing a reoccurring theme here. But most importantly, there's just zero spark coming from special teams. When this team needs help, okay? All 3 faces need to complement each other. The special teams unit doesn't chip in. When the offense isn't doing well, the defense is struggling, the special teams can't provide that boost. That special teams, they need to do that. That's what special teams is for. Special teams is about changing momentum. If the offense or defense isn't doing well, special teams need to step up and make a play. Special teams is the kind of guy at the job site where if you can't figure out how to get it done, you call him or you call her, and she comes in and gets it done. That's what special teams is. Just zero spark coming from it. Broncos fans, we'll see you later here on the Broncos Breakdown.